From the glassy surface of Sylvan Lake to White Butte, North Dakota's remote high point, over to Devil's Tower National Monument in Wyoming, down to Spearfish Canyon, and into historic Deadwood, South Dakota. Come with me on days 3 and 4 of my adventure to the Dakotas and Wyoming. White Butte wasn't exactly close to my base camp in South Dakota, but I'd never been to North Dakota before, and I wanted to tackle the state's high point, so I made the almost 4-hour drive to cross both off my list.
Here we are at White Butte, North Dakota, highest point in the state. You can see why it's called White Butte. Kind of contrasts well with the greenery around it. This one's off the beaten path. Several hour drive to get here, not really on the way to anything, but I was close enough that I didn't want to skip it. It's a little windy for the drone. You probably can hear it on the microphone. So using a selfie stick, I am on top of White Butte, North Dakota, another high point, 3,506-ish feet. I should have looked. But as you can see, panoramic views all around. Beautiful day. Best day I've had on this trip so far, aside from the wind, but I can accept that. But yeah, this one not particularly hard, uphill of course, but nothing like what I tackled yesterday in Black Elk Peak. But it checks another one off my list, so that was the goal. But anyway, I'm going to pack up here and head over to Devil's Tower, Wyoming. So lunch today is peaches and cottage cheese. Apologize for the camera angle. Everything else was too windy. Tried to put it out there, tried to put it over there on top of the truck. Of course, it kept falling over. That's all right.
Devil's Tower, Wyoming was a 3-hour drive from White Butte. Google Maps even had me driving through Montana on 27 miles of unpaved roads. Apparently that was the fastest route. Have I said this part of the country is remote? But it's fine, I'm no stranger to dirt roads. I will say the northeastern part of Wyoming, coming out of Montana, is stunning and certainly got my attention. Devil's Tower rises 1,267 feet above its surroundings and was designated as America's first national monument in 1906 by President Teddy Roosevelt. More on him later. The formation of Devil's Tower occurred 50 to 60 million years ago from volcanic activity. Specifically, magma pushed up through the Earth's crust but never reached the surface. Instead, it cooled and hardened. Then, over time, erosion removed the softer rock and soil surrounding the tower. There are several hiking trails close to Devil's Tower, but two main trails circle the base. The Tower Trail, which is 1.6 miles and considered easy, sees the most foot traffic. The Red Beds Trail, which is 2.9 miles and is considered moderate, is the trail I hike and is much less busy. I saw maybe a half dozen other hikers in just over an hour. What's cool about hiking around the tower is that almost every angle gives you a different perspective. Something you don't read much about is how pretty the landscape around the tower is. That was a pleasant surprise.
So I'm sitting here in Spearfish Canyon, trying to wait out the rain. Kind of looks like an all-dayer though, so I may be getting wet, but that's okay. Got my rain jacket. All part of the experience. In the meantime, having a little breakfast. I got to tell you, this white macadamia nut Cliff Bar dipped in key lime yogurt kind of slaps, as the kids would say. But yeah, this drive is supposed to be very scenic. Has been so far. Just got to the first waterfall. Thought I'd eat a little something first, but gonna continue on after this.
Spearfish Canyon is a 19-mile scenic drive from Spearfish, South Dakota, down to a place called Cheyenne Crossing. Within the canyon, there are multiple waterfalls to explore and trails to hike. I didn't do too much of that because it was raining pretty much the whole time I was there. It is worth a visit if you're relatively close. On a side note, some scenes from the movie Dances with Wolves was filmed in Spearfish Canyon. Deadwood was founded in the 1870s when gold was discovered in the Black Hills. The population rapidly increased to approximately 25,000 people at its peak in 1876. It quickly became well known for its lawlessness, prostitution, and of course the gold, which attracted famous Old West figures such as Wyatt Earp, Seth Bullock, Calamity Jane, and Wild Bill Hickok. In fact, Wild Bill was shot in the back of the head and killed in this bar on August 2, 1876 while playing cards. History such as that, outdoor recreation, and countless gambling establishments help drive present-day tourism. Bill, Calamity Jane, and Seth Bullock are all laid to rest in Mount Moriah Cemetery on a hill above town. Seth Bullock was a prominent figure in Deadwood. He would go on to become close friends with future President Teddy Roosevelt, who is my favorite president. Similar to Teddy, Seth was instrumental in establishing several national parks and national monuments. In Roosevelt's autobiography, he states, "Bullock became one of my staunchest and most valued friends." After Roosevelt's death on January 6, 1919, Seth built the Friendship Tower on Mount Roosevelt, just northwest of Deadwood, to commemorate the life of his personal friend. That concludes my series of videos about my time spent in and around the Black Hills. I hope you were able to watch all 3 videos, and I hope you enjoyed them. As I said before, I'm learning as I go about this whole video creation and editing thing. It will get better. If you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to help me build my channel. Thanks again for watching.